Good morning, class 12. Today is the third part of your first chapter, and we will discuss about what are the different types of learning defined by Gagne, and what he has defined what is learning. So go to page 8. It's not possible to write it in the board, so please go to page 8 of your book. Gagne has said, Robert M. G. Gagne has said, learning is such a process which takes place in human brain and can bring in change in the capacity of behavioral performance of an individual. So this is the definition which is defined by Gagne or Gagne if you pronounce. Now what is the definition he has described? That it is a process which takes place in human brain and it can bring desirable changes in the behavior, and an individual can change his behavior according to the learning what he has experienced in his day-to-day life. So learning is a process which occurs, which happens in the brain of a human, and it is also helping to bring some desirable change. Now we will discuss about the different types of learning which is described by M. G. Gagne. Now see, he has discussed signal learning, stimulus response learning, chaining learning, verbal associative learning, discrimination learning, concept of learning, rule learning, and problem solving learning. So these are the 8 different types of learning he has discussed. Now what is signal learning? Signal learning, signal, what does signal indicates? It is indicating a particular signal. Suppose when you cross the road, what do you see? Is it red light, or it is a green light, or it is yellow? According to that, if you are in a car, you start driving when you get ready when it is yellow, when you start driving when it is green, and again you have to stop when it is red. So the signal is indicating the response what you are going to give. So Mr. Gagne is saying that signal learning is the first type of learning which is seen in a human brain. Means what signal is providing, according to that the response will occur, isn't it? Second type, stimulus response learning. So more or less the same type. The fixed is the stimulus, the fixed is the response. So what type of signal will be provided to someone, or what type of stimulus? If someone will run towards you, what you will do? You will go at the back. If someone will raise their hand in front of you, what will happen? You will blink your eye. So according to Gagne, the second type is the stimulus is fixed, the response is fixed for the specific type of stimulus. Number 3, chaining learning. Chaining learning or connection. What is that? You will open your book page number 8. You will get all the points. It is written over there. So what is chaining learning? It is connecting that the two factors. Means suppose an incident has happened. When some investigation goes on, what happens? They used to settle the case step by step, isn't it? And they used to join the different parts together to get the solution. So chaining learning means connecting different separate individual parts which are rather connected together to get the solution. That is one type of learning. Verbal associative learning. Verbal associative learning means, association means to bring together. Verbal means orally. So when I am saying to you something, you are able of understanding. That is called verbal association. Means when you are associating my words with your thought, it is called verbal associative learning. So the capacity of learning, the ability of learning is called verbal association. Next is discrimination learning. Discrimination learning means when you can discriminate in between black and brown, when you are able of discriminating circle and oval, when you are able of discriminating between the straight and a little bit bent. So this is called discrimination learning, when you are able of discriminate the fixed the particular object from where the stimulus is coming. Next is concept of learning. Concept of learning means suppose the thing what is sweet or what is sour or what is hot and what is bad, what is good. The concept formation of a particular object or an incident is called concept learning, where you are getting a proper concept of the means what Gagne is telling, that when you are able of understanding the particular concept of that particular object, what are the features, what are the characteristics, what are the good quality and bad quality in that particular object, it's called concept, means the proper formation of the concept. Next, rule learning. Rule learning means what? Suppose a concept of crow, a concept of crow, what are the first and foremost few things we can think of? It is a bird, it is black in color, it has two wings through which it can fly. So rule learning means you are associating all the feature to develop a particular concept. It's a bird. Bird we know they can fly. Majority of the birds can fly. Now it is black in color. We have the concept of black. Next, they have two wings. Wings also we have seen through which they can fly. They with the light body, with the help of the heavy wings, they can fly easily. They can keep the balance. So joining this concept, we are ruling on the particular different features, and we are bringing together to form a particular concept. And finally, problem solving learning. When suppose when you are in a problem, when we are in a problem, what do we think, how to come out of the problem, isn't it, or what is the solution of it? So slowly, step by step, just like the judge of a court, they used to listen all the steps of the problem, and then they used to find out the criminal, who is the particular criminal. Like that, it is just an example. Any type of problem you are facing or we are facing in our life, we have to think it from the base, and that will help you to solve the problem. So problem solving learning is the next step of the last step of learning stated by Gagnon. So this signal learning, stimulus response learning, chaining learning, verbal association, discrimination, concept of learning, rule learning, and finally the problem solving. Above all, above everything, solution of the problem is the most important part of learning, and which can be done by the process of learning. So this is all about the 8 types of learning stated by Gagne. Next day we will start with maturation, definition, its characteristics, and what are the dissimilarities, what are the difference and similarities between learning and maturation. Thank you.